Hello, shining ones. Megas here on a beautiful day in Asha. If you're brand new to the channel, we're Zoroastrians. We are the Magi. Today we're going to be in Zarathustra's own writings in Song 2. And this is so powerful. This is about the world itself, the collective conscious mind crying out to God. So it says, "Why did you create me? Why did you fashion me this way?" And it talks about all the troubles, oppressed, violence, aggression, just all the things, that the collective conscious mind sees in the world and doesn't like, wants to get away from. And then the prayer is, "Help me." And this is so powerful. But before we move on with that, I want to touch on this. This has been the theme of the week, that you will take possession of what you are. So if the collective conscious mind is crying out for a peaceful world, a kind world, a loving world, a joyful world, you will only take possession of what you are. And you will be possessed by what you are aligned with, being the frequency, right? The spirit, the idea, even the God. And that's why this message of Zarathustra is so important, because he restores the right frequency. So you're aligning with the right God, because like we see today, same with his time, the collective conscious mind is crying out for help. They have an idea of God, the highest principle of good, that again, it gets jealous, angry, hates, wars, kills men, women, and children, stone your children when they're disrespectful, go in, kill the men, women, children, puppy dogs, and take all the spoils. That's their God, their highest principle. And hold your hand out like this. Take your hand. Here's your hand crying for help. You cannot rise above the God you hold, the idea you hold. You can't do it. So you have to raise God's image, to raise your image, to raise the image of the world. My friends, this is true God consciousness, Asha consciousness, truth consciousness. Now here's the thing, right? Everyone thinks they got the right God. They got the truth, but they're still crying out. If you're still crying out, you ain't got it yet, and that's okay. I think we get too competitive. Like, I'm right. I just want to win the fight. I want to win the argument. I want to win the sports game, right? It's just about winning. But eventually, my friend, you will get to a point where you don't care about winning. You don't care about being right. You just want some peace. You just want to feel good. You just want to be happy. And when you get to that point, right, you're a little more mutable. You're not so set in your ways. And then you're ready to receive the message of the true spirit, of the true God, which you'll discover you knew all the time, because it was in your heart of hearts, that divine spark, that Fravashi that's in you. You know what's right and what's wrong. So with that, let's move on. So here in verse 1, the world is crying out, the collective conscious, help me, right? Verse 7. It says, "Then good spirit with Asha," right? Asha is the spirit of truth. It's the only thing that could come from a perfect creator's perfect mind. It's what we'd call the original word, that perfect frequency, that perfect idea, that perfect energy that's going to make a perfect form and matter, right? The only thing that could come from a perfect spirit's mind. And so the good spirit with Asha sent to the collective conscious mind, the world, his message, his word, his frequency. And then I love this, in response to the sweet plea made by the world. And with this word, this doctrine, this Asha, it is the savior for those who wish to be saved. It's a choice. You still have a choice. What are you going to align with? And again, you will then take possession of what you are, and you will be possessed by what you're in alignment with, attuned with. That's why Zoroaster, right, in his Gathas, he's always talking about, I, Zarathustra, who am attuning myself to Mazda, right? It's that wisdom, that perfect wisdom, that highest truth. And what he discovered in that was that God was just good, that God had been misrepresented. my friends. And that's what was keeping people bound. So it talks about him sending Zoroaster, right? Zoroaster means pure starlight. It's pure light. It's the light that comes and removes the darkness. It exposes the lie with its truth, takes away all of its power. My friends, it's such a pure love that hate, fear, and greed can't live in it. It's such a pure light, the darkness can't exist in it. It's such a pure truth, the lie, it has no more power. It's the Zoroaster. And for him, that holds that Asha, that pure light, that pure truth, it says, he shall be granted, verse 10, he shall be granted God's strength, God power, through Asha, through Vohumenu, that divine spark, that God mind, that Christ mind in you, so that he will lead the world, right, that collective consciousness, the outer world, to peace and harmony. Verse 11, divine dominion, Asha, be. You have to be Asha to see Asha. So we have to restore God's image. My friends, and that's a beautiful, Asha 13, right? The original word, only good comes from the Creator. No evil comes from him. From this original word, our spiritual world is made straight. Our material world then comes into order. The original word of false religion is that evil comes from the Creator. From that false idea is all the evil creatures suffer. My friends, God is all good. Take that spirit, align with that. It will possess you. It will become you. That pure light, that pure love, that pure image of God, that Asha, it becomes you. It fills you. Then you're going to take possession now of that love. You're going to actually create it. That peace, that joy, that God good you've been crying out for, it's going to rush to you because you're in tune with it. You know, I think about what the Christ said. He said, he who has, more will be added unto him, right? So if you have the highest truth and you have that pure love and that kindness, more will be given to you, right? Because it's what you are. But he also went on to say, he who has not, even what he has will be taken from him, right? Because he's holding a spirit of lack and evil and ignorance. And so even the good things he has is going to be stripped from him because of what he has become by being in tune with the wrong gods. You know, the world religions, they teach gods that aren't very good. You can't get above them. My friends, the stories in what they call their religious books are horrendous. And you're always having to try to justify it to people. You're always in a fight because that's my team, right? Your team Islam, or your team Hinduism, or your team Christian, or your team Judaism, or whatever. Let's all be team the highest principle of God good, the highest love that we can dream of. You know, I read the most beautiful poem the other day about we should be at a place where we ourselves would rather die than speak a harmful, hurtful word to our brothers and sisters. Could you imagine everyone living like that? How can I love you more? And it's real. It's not we're just being religious or trying to make our religion look better. Our heart is, my God, I love you so much. You look at them like they're your child. You love them so much. That's how the world is in truth. Because that's the only thing that could come from a perfect Creator's perfect idea. Today, will you try to attune yourself to that, align with that? Just try it. Try a day. Set it in your mind. Today, I'm going to be the love. Even if people around me are unloving, I'm going to send them love. I'm going to be the joy. When I go into a place, I'm going to put a smile on my face and send good thoughts and blessings towards them. And see if even in just one day, you don't start to see that reflected back to you. When you're at the grocery store and smile and you're just thinking, what a beautiful person there. God bless them. You know, you might get a smile back. It's mirrored. You know, now maybe some people that you're real close to, it might take a little longer because they might be thinking, well, what's he up to? Right? What are you trying to pull? But as you stay in that place and it becomes you, and you take possession of it, my friends, it'll change your family dynamic, your home. Pretty soon they're going to be like, you know what, I like this. And they'll start reflecting it back to you. There's a little trust building there. I think he really means it. I think he really does love me this much. Look, he's smiling and he's being more kind. And you know, it does a real thing. So today, let's possess Asha, the highest truth, the perfect creator's perfect idea, which in truth is reality, the real above all real, the highest truth, the all good God good. Guys, I love you so much. If you enjoyed this, do me a favor. Help our channel by when you hit that like button and you subscribe and you share these videos. The algorithm looks at it, sees it, it sends this message out to more people around the world looking up spirituality, looking up religion. My friends, and this is a message the world needs with this little orange book. If you go to the homepage, go to the About, across the top, it says videos and shorts and playlists, About, and you'll see a link. You can get our book now at Blurb Books. You can get our Asha hoodie. There's a link there. And we got all the different colors. And my friends, not just having Asha wearing on the outside, we're going to possess it. We're going to tune with it. We're going to create it because Asha is, and I love, love, love you.